Today we're running through my EDC. I've been running this setup for about 8 months now. This video is going to be quite a bit different than the regular EDC stuff. Videos like this really tickled my trigger finger. I really enjoy seeing what other people are running and why. Those are the main things I want to get into today, is why I carry this setup, what I've carried in the past, how it compares, the pros and cons to both, and what my plan is moving forward. Now, in some of the videos I've watched of people going over their carry setups, this stack of stuff is like 2 times, 3 times more than you see here. Whatever tickles your tism is fine with me.
You're on the spectrum.
Probably. There's a lot of times I question it.
Let's get to the good stuff, and why a lot of you probably clicked on this video is because you saw this pistol right here. But that is my 365 Legion. I did carry this.
Oh, that's so cool!
Inside the waistband appendix every single day for about 2.5 years. I think that context is very beneficial for you to understand, segueing into the next part of this video. And the reason I say that is because something like the SP01 is a full-size 4.6-inch barrel. It weighs 44 ounces with my setup unloaded. So it's a big pistol. That is what I come from. That is what I learned on, and that is what was familiar to me. So switching over, right, to something like the 365, this is a night and day difference for me. It's almost 20 ounces lighter than the SP01. It has a barrel that's 1.5 inches shorter.
There, that's better.
But just overall, the dimensions of the pistol are so much smaller and way easier to carry and conceal every single day comfortably. For those of you watching that do carry inside the waistband every day, when I say comfortable, I mean comfortable as you could possibly be with a gun pointing at your balls, because carrying a gun is not comfortable whatsoever. However, there are ways you can make it more comfortable. So this is the holster that I typically carry in, appendix inside the waistband. This is a Carry Concealment Squadron Pro. A gentleman by the name of Weston Carey. He is local to me. He owns Carry Concealment. They make very high quality products. That is what I carried my SP01 in for 2.5 years, was a Carry Concealment airframe. So I've had good success and reliability. He makes quality kydex. So I do really enjoy his products, and they're very accessible. You can find them at most of the gun stores in the Post Falls, Coeur d'Alene area. So this is how I typically run it when I carry inside the waistband. I do have a Vetter wedge, which I found to be very, very helpful. Just poke the gun that way. Just for me, naturally, when I put it in my waistband with a core belt that's really tight, if this is like completely straight up and down, it'll do that, especially when you bend over.
Nice.
It causes the frame of the gun, the grip of the gun, to really poke out and print. So that wedge does a great job keeping it tight to your body. It also aids in keeping this portion of the holster from digging in to your groin area because of the padding. Something that I totally forgot to mention is a good carry belt. I, like many others, have been running core belts for a while now. I've had this one since 2022. It's definitely seen better days, but it's held up very well. As you can see, they're very rigid, and the way that they come is you can unscrew the buckle and then cut it to where your waist size is. You can put your pants on with the gun inside the waistband and figure out exactly where you'd like this to be cut at. And they're very rigid and very comfortable while maintaining a sleek and casual design. Really good option. Like I said, I've used these for quite a while, and I wear one every single day. Very, very, very hard. Another setup I have been running quite frequently is the 945 XL bag. I have really good things to say and bad things to say about the 945 bag, but overall it's treated me very well. 945 is a solid company with solid customer service. That's an additional method I do have of carrying. That being said, in most cases, I do carry inside the waistband. There's reasons for that I'm not going to get into, but generally I carry with this setup right here. So I'm going to take the holster off the table now, just so we can clear up some room and talk about the rest of what I have going on here. First and foremost, I got to have my Zen. Just have to. Let's take it off the table as well. That didn't work. Fuck.
Have the honors shooting the technicals.
Look at here, look at here. Bobby Knight just threw his chair clear across the free throw lane.
Pocket knife. I am not one to carry one of these with me everywhere I go. If I'm going on range trips, I'll have one on me. I usually have a spare in my car, but I don't typically carry one of these with me every single day. It's just not something I find very comfortable, especially using this to attach to your belt. It digs in. I know there's holsters out there for them. I know you can just throw it in your pocket, but generally speaking, this does not come with me very often. It's one of those things where if I can't get to this, probably can't get to this either. So let's take this off the table. Tourniquets. Tourniquets, tourniquets, tourniquets. I always have one with me in some way, shape, or form. For the most part, I keep a couple at home. I keep them in my car. I always have one of these in my 945 bag. It actually has quite a bit of storage. I usually put this in the additional front pouch on the outside, as well as a spare magazine. All right, now getting to why a lot of you probably clicked on this video was for the 365 Legion. I do plan on posting a full review on this because I know a lot of people are interested in this platform. That's a separate video for now. There's a lot of things I want to cover. I did have some warranty experience with SIG. I'll talk about that in the video. I have almost 5,000 rounds on this gun in the 8 months that I've owned it and carried it. I will dive into that in that video. I've shot a variety of ammo, carried it in multiple different configurations, and have quite a bit that I do want to go over in a separate video. So I will post that in the future, but for now, I'll mention a couple key factors and just kind of go over why I carry this pistol. So number one reason why I carry this pistol was because, again, I carried an SPO1, so I wanted something much easier to conceal that was still shootable. That was kind of the biggest thing for me. A few years back, I went to the shooting range with my sister. We tested out some striker-fired plastic Fantastic, really tiny, sub 3.5 inch barrel guns, and I can't shoot them for shit.
Which is embarrassing at this distance, but I had no idea. I couldn't, not aiming. So like
at all. Literally pistols that are, if your girlfriend tells you that's enough, she's lying. I wanted something smaller, so that's what led me to the 365. SIG's kind of a son of a bitch with it because they got about 50 different 365. They got the regular 365, the X, the XL, Spectre Comp, Rainbow. They got one chambered in 380. They got the 365X
Macro. They got the X Macro Attack Ops. They got the X Macro with the comp and without the comp. I already said that. They got the Legion. They got the 366. They got the Fuse. They got the 367 and the 364.
You get the point. There's a million models of this, so landing on the right one is kind of difficult. Why I chose this, I went to the store and held them. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the polymer frame, but for me at the time, only having my one pistol, the SPO1, I was very used to the metal frame. So the transition on this was much more seamless. This felt really good in my hands. I really like the textured grip. It does not rub on me too bad when I'm carrying it at all. Even without an undershirt, this is not bad. The magwell is definitely carry sized, so it doesn't print for me whatsoever. Keep in mind, this is for my body type. Your mileage may vary. Got the EPS carry MRS on there with the solar and the Donut of Death reticle with the 2MOA dot in the middle. Streamlight TLR 7X.
China. I've been saying China.
And I carry it with Sig V crowns, mainly because they are extremely effective. They produce a very lethal wound channel, and they're very affordable. They're affordable and readily available. Keep in mind, I've carried 124 Spear Gold Dot Plus P, Federal HST Punch 147s, G9 Defense 80 grain, Phillips head screwdriver looking thing. I've carried probably 5 or 6 other types of hollow points as well. And for something like this, it just works. It cycles through the gun properly. The recoil doesn't really change compared to ball ammo. Has a great wound channel, and it's really affordable. You can get this ammo for less than $1 a round, which for a 9mm hollow point is really good. So that's why I choose to carry the V Crowns. So yeah, this is what I've been carrying, and I absolutely love it. I have no complaints with this pistol whatsoever. It's treated me very fairly, been extremely reliable. It's very shootable. That is primarily why I chose to buy this over every other option in the 2025 market. And if you notice the theme with this, comparatively speaking, this is a very simple EDC setup. I'm essentially rocking this and this. I always keep a spare mag with me. Usually this is in the gun and this is in my spare pouch, with the V Crowns and EPS carry and the TLR 7X.
By the way, I love China. I mean, I love China. How can you not love China? I love China. China, China.
A holster, a can of Zen, and my phone. And that's it, dude. That's it. That's the whole video. I mean, that's what I carry. I don't see the point in having 19 trinkets on me at all times. It's uncomfortable. It's not realistic. You can't carry it everywhere. What if you wear gym shorts one day? You can't carry that way. And if you do, you're sacrificing a lot for a bunch of extra equipment that in reality in a defensive encounter is not going to help you. I think if you have this, I think that's all you need. Because we keep these tools to fight against evil. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. Again, I don't write these videos. This is not scripted. This is me literally just off the top. Please do at least consider hitting that like button and subscribing. That's awesome. We're a small channel here at 3x7. I'd love to grow and make something out of this to help you guys out and to do what I enjoy doing. So yeah, that's what I carry every day. Thanks for watching.